Welcome to Fridays for Fundraising. In the next 5 minutes, you're going to learn one step you can take before you leave the office today that can move fundraising forward for your small nonprofit. Hi, I'm Kelly, founder of From Scratch Fundraising, where we help nonprofit leaders raise more dough without burning anything. Every Friday, I'm here to serve up one bite-sized fundraising assignment that you can tackle in about an hour. Think of it as your weekly recipe for sustainable fundraising success. No overwhelm, just actionable steps that actually move the needle. Tired of outdated, inefficient fundraising methods limiting your impact? Yeah, me too. That's why I'm so excited that this podcast is sponsored by DonorBox. Made with fundraisers for fundraisers. DonorBox is a powerful online fundraising platform that lets you create customizable donation forms, accept digital wallet payments, track donations, send automated receipts seamlessly, and so much more. I recommend it all the time to my clients, and I'm so excited to be partnering with them. Just visit donorbox.org to sign up and start fundraising today. Simplify giving, maximize impact. DonorBox, your and my fundraising ally. This week, I want to teach you my framework for faster productivity. Those of us working at small nonprofits wear so many hats. And of course, those of us wearing that fundraising hat, we have many hats within that hat, right? Hatception. Sorry, had to. We juggle so much. But we make a lot of assumptions about what we have to carry and what each hat entails. And there is so much that we do by default, and we do in the way we've always done it because we haven't actually stopped to take a look at how we do it and why we do it that way. So I've talked for the last few weeks about automate and operate, ways that we can make things easier on ourselves, where we can automate things that we do on a frequent basis or have lots of administrative steps where we don't have a lot of value add that we can, get a computer to do. And then operate, which is making checklists so we're not wasting brain power over and over again when we're doing the same thing daily, weekly, monthly, all of those things. So today I want to talk to you about the next step in that framework, which is delegate. And let's break this down into some simple steps. Step one, as it has been for the past few weeks, pull up your to-do list for this week, for the next month, for the next year, whatever length of time you have at your disposal. Step two, mark the things that you have no value add in doing, things that literally anybody can do. And yes, solo EDs with no team, mark those things and stick with me. All right? Because step three, we're going to look at what those things are. Are they super simple things that you could find a volunteer to help you with? And that volunteer needs no specialized skill. I know you might not have a volunteer program, but if you're looking for specific help with specific things, there are platforms that can help you match with volunteers for this exact reason. If it's a one-off project, platforms like Volunteer Match and corporate volunteer programs are great to connect with and establish relationships with. If it's ongoing, get to know retiree groups in your community and see if you can find a retiree who needs something to do like one day a week. I actually worked for an organization where we had a guy come in, he was retired, he wanted to get involved. And I just sat down and talked to him about, okay, here are all the things I do that I don't necessarily need to do. And he just sat there taking things off of my plate, saying, oh, I can do that. I can put emails in your MailChimp. I can do this. I can do that. And it was really great. He would come in once a week for 4 hours. He was retired. It gave him something to do, get out of the house, that kind of thing. It was really a win-win. And he took so much off my plate that was taking hours and hours a week for me to do that I had no value add doing being the director of marketing and development. So think about it. You might not have a volunteer program, but it might be worth reaching out to people about specific tasks. If that won't work, look at the tasks and think, are these things that you don't have special expertise in, but they might be done simpler and faster by someone who does have that special expertise? I know so many solo EDs that do their QuickBooks accounting work because they don't want to spend money on an accountant. But gosh, the number of clients I've told to just suck it up and get an accountant, not one has regretted doing that. Sometimes it's worth finding the money to save you time. And the math usually works out in your favor. I have a client that has an accountant. They pay $300 a month. And when she looked at her hourly salary and then how much she was working on accounting, it was more than $300 a month. So it was a really easy sell to the board. So take a look. Are there things like that on your list? Last, if you can't find a volunteer or hire a contractor to do it, is this something you can find technology to solve? QuickBooks can match receipts to transactions. So if you're in some free accounting software that you have to manually match receipts with, it's worth the money to switch to QuickBooks to have it done automatically. We talked about Zapier in the April 3rd episode for Automate. That's a game changer. Another technique I use, could you use mail merge to send many emails you'd manually send faster by just using merge fields because the emails are relatively the same with minor, tiny modifications? So check out your to-do list. Mark the things you aren't uniquely qualified to do that aren't core to your job and see what you can delegate to a volunteer, a contractor, or a software. If you are loving these weekly assignments and want the complete recipe for fundraising success, consider joining our Sustain and Thrive program. It's a 12-month program that takes you from setting up your fundraising foundation all the way through donor stewardship, board engagement, and expansion strategies like major gifts and peer-to-peer fundraising. We break down the monumental task of building a fundraising program into manageable, bite-sized assignments, just like this podcast, but with coaching support, a community of peers, and unlimited access to all of our templates and training. The best part? Pricing starts at just $25 a month for organizations with budgets under $100,000. It's just $75 per month for organizations under $500,000, because getting fundraising support shouldn't leave you feeling like a burnt crust. Join us in Sustain and Thrive, where we're putting the fun back into fundraising. Go to fromscratchfundraising.com/apply to join today. Your homework assignment this week is to look at your to-do list and find things to delegate. That's it. A quick win to help you raise more dough without burning anything. The more you get off your plate, the more time you have for the relationship building that really drives fundraising programs forward. Just remember, fundraising success isn't guesswork. It's following the recipe. Meet me here next week, and we'll talk about what to do after you automate, operate, delegate. It's called Eliminate, and it's my favorite.
Now go make the world a better place.